Okay, hey y'all, it's my lunch break. I'm not gonna be here long, but I just gotta come and kind of just speak on a message that I got from one of the cookers. And let me say this: when I started calling y'all Cookland, and I always kept saying it needs to be another name to go along with that. So the other night, that's when cookers came to me. So now you guys will be called Cookland Cookers. So today with this message, it just confirmed why cookers came to me. Because y'all are some bad cooks out there. Okay, so one of our family members, Mary Wilson, we was talking anyway, she mentioned about briskets. And so honestly, I never bought a brisket, never cooked brisket. I think I've tried it one time at one of my nieces' pool houses. She had something. So I was asking her, how did she prepare hers? So just kind of just listen a little bit of this. This is what Mary Wilson said, honey, from Cookland. This is what Mary said. She was like, accurate and cook good. Well, most people will grill. Most people will grill it. But I do like my mama taught me. Come on, Mary. And it's more like a roast cooked in the oven. You trim off some of that big hunk of fat on the big end of it, but leave the rest of the fat on the lean side of it. Don't trim too much fat. And then you take your knife and you cut slits in it. Come on now. She said cut slits. That's what I'm talking about, Mary. She said you take your knife and you cut slits in it. Don't go all the way through the meat, but you could cut a slit. And then there you would take the slices of garlic and stuff down in those slits. And then you take salt and put a little salt in each slit with the garlic. Then you go ahead and season like you would a pot roast. Okay, I can follow that. I can see that. Then she said you put your Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce, stuff like that. Also, let it marinate for a while. She said I used to would do it sometimes overnight. Put slices of onion on the bottom of your roasting pan. You can line it with foil if you like. Set brisket on top of the onions, and then you take flour and you put the flour on top of the meat and you rub it in, knead it into that fat. See, that's what I'm talking about. And when I read that part right there, when she said you take that flour and you rub that flour into that fat, honey, that told me right there. When I came up with the name Cookers, see, I know what I'm talking about. Y'all are some bad cooks out there. And you know what? I'm teamed up with the right people. We're going to get some stuff going over here, y'all. We're going to do up some cooking. We're going to share some recipes. We're going to share ideas, suggestions. Hey, we're going to do this here. So I really appreciate her saying it. So I'm going to read just a little bit more. When she said when you need that fat, that flour into that fat, you're doing just it on the top part that has the fat on it. But you knead it into the fat and let it marinate overnight if you can. And put it in the oven and let it cook properly around 300 to 350 degrees. Turn up to 375 to 400 the last 30 minutes or so to help it crisp. Up. And you can tell when it's done because it's going to shrink a bit. And you can pull it apart with a fork. See, it's tender now, y'all. See, it got to that tender part now. I get excited about this kind of stuff. So she said you take your fork and you just pull it apart. It's going to be tender. Maybe 3 to 4 hours, depending on how big it is, she said. But the best part about it is where you've taken that flour and knead it into the fat, child. Ooh, come on, Mary. When you bake it, it becomes crispy. See, that's old-fashioned cooking now. This is how her mom told her to do it. See, I know she know what she's talking about. So you don't want to cover it until maybe midway or towards the end, she say. If it's getting too brown, but you want to finish it uncovered, because you want that crispy crust. Then you want to take all of the juices in the bottom and pour it out of there so you can get the oil separated and you got the best juice. Whoo, Lord. Didn't know it was going to be so long, but baby, let me tell you, Mary, girl, if you ain't got my mouth watering with just these directions, honey, see, I'm gonna have to go and get StreamYard now, cause see, we got to start cooking. We got to do some cooking together. I got to get y'all on the set, baby. We gonna have to do some live cooking. Girl, I appreciate this so much, y'all. Y'all, let's give it up for our very own Mary Wilson. If she didn't give them the directions and instructions properly, but most of all, those are strict instructions that came from her mother on how to cook a brisket, and I so appreciate it. I just had to say that. I just had to just give this out. So, hey, we will see y'all later. Bye, cookers. Stay tuned for more verbally pinning the comments, child.